You are walking every day to stay young, but if your feet make this sound, you are actually training your body to age faster. In this video, we are going to fix the shuffle before it starts. Many of us over 60 lose our hip extension without realizing it. Today we'll cover the pendulum test to check your gait, the 3 reasons your stride is shortening, and a simple modification to unlock your hips so you can glide instead of grind. Let's get into it. The shuffle is not just a sign of aging, it is a movement pattern you have accidentally trained your body to adopt. When we talk about the shuffle, we are talking about a loss of efficient stride length. Instead of flowing smoothly, your feet barely lift. They skim the ground. This reduces the powerful push-off that stabilizes your body. It increases your risk of tripping. More importantly, it transfers excessive impact force straight into your knees and lower back. Walking should be a low-impact activity. If your body feels stiff afterward, it is high impact for you. We are walking for health, but we are often teaching our body poor mechanics. The stiffness you feel is your joints protesting against the shock waves. The single biggest reason this shuffle begins is not age itself. It is the muscle imbalance caused by years of sitting. When you sit too long, the powerful muscles in your backside, your glutes, simply forget how to work when you stand up. We call this glute amnesia. Your hips become chronically tightened in the front. They lose the ability to fully straighten behind you. Think about it. Walking is the repeated act of straightening your hip as you propel yourself forward. If the front muscles are tight, they actively fight against that motion. Your small back muscles try to do the glutes' job, and they get tired and stiff fast. We must wake up the engine. If you want more deep dives into moving better and aging smarter, hit that subscribe button now. It is the fastest way to get these practical, evidence-based insights delivered straight to you. How do you check if your glutes are asleep? A simple test. Stand facing a wall. Gently raise one knee up, slightly tilting your pelvis back. You should feel a slight stretch in the front of the hip of the leg that is still on the ground. This feeling is your hip flexor lengthening. Now, try to squeeze the glute on the standing leg without leaning back. If you feel very little happening, those powerful muscles are not ready to walk. They need priming. The stiffness is compounded by another massive gait mistake: walking with the brakes on. Many people, especially as they get older, tend to reach their foot out too far in front of their body. They focus on where the foot belongs instead of where it pushes. When your heel hits the ground far in front of your center of mass, you create a powerful braking force. You are actively slowing yourself down with every single step. This braking force is why your joints feel jarred. It is why you feel stiff, and it is why walking feels like a grind instead of a glide. This is the opposite of efficiency. To counteract this constant braking, your muscles tense up, trying to stop you from falling forward. This tension translates directly to stiffness. How can you tell if you are overstriding? Listen to the sound of your feet. If you hear a loud, distinct slam or thud with every step, you are landing too hard, too far out. The fix here is counterintuitive. Take shorter, quicker steps. This is called increasing your cadence. Instead of thinking about taking one giant step, think about taking 2 smaller steps in the same amount of time. When your foot lands closer to your body, the impact is immediately reduced. The force travels table down, not backward. This makes walking feel lighter and reduces strain on the hips and knees. Try focusing on the rhythm, not the reach. Now, let's talk about a mistake that starts nowhere near your feet: the problem of locked arms. Many of us think walking is a purely lower body activity. That is completely wrong. The human body uses a marvelous cross-pattern system. When your left foot goes forward, your right arm should naturally swing forward. When your right foot advances, your left arm should lead the way. This reciprocal movement stabilizes your core. It allows your hips to rotate efficiently. It prevents unnecessary twisting in the lower back. If your arms are locked rigidly at your sides, or if you hold a heavy bag or a phone constantly in one hand, you freeze this natural rotation. Your upper back becomes stiff. This stiffness travels down the spine. Because the hips rely on the torso's swing for momentum, they have to work harder, leading to the stiffness you feel. Think of walking as a subtle dance between your shoulders and your hips. You need to unlock your thoracic spine, your upper back, to free your lower body. The simple correction here is to focus on the elbow drive. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Let your elbows swing naturally back and forth, like pendulums. Focus on the gentle, rhythmic swing. Stop holding your phone down low while you walk. If you must use it, keep it in your hand and let your arm swing naturally, or put it away completely. A slight, deliberate arm swing can cut perceived effort by 15%. We have addressed the glutes, the stride, and the arms. Now we get to the highest impact factor for stiffness: your posture and where you look. This is the payoff. You can fix everything else, but if your head is tilted forward, you fail. Your head weighs roughly 10 to 12 pounds. When you look down at your feet, a common habit developed out of fear of falling, that 12 pounds shifts forward. For every inch your head tilts forward, the weight on your neck and upper back increases dramatically. This creates extreme tension across your shoulders, which translates down into chronic stiffness in your back and restricted breathing. We call this the visual anchor mistake. You are looking at the ground, hoping to prevent a fall, but you are actively putting yourself in a compromised position that makes your entire gait less stable. The solution is the horizon gaze. Stop looking at your feet. Instead, look 10 to 15 feet ahead of you. This immediately lifts your head back over your center of gravity. You will feel your sternum, your breastbone, lift slightly. When your sternum lifts, your hips naturally move underneath you. This small correction unlocks the full power of your stride. You suddenly have access to your glutes and your core stabilization. Combine this with the push-off technique. Instead of thinking about lifting your foot off the ground, think about actively pushing the earth away from you with the ball of your foot and your big toe. When you engage that push, you activate your glutes. This powerful hip extension is the secret to a long, efficient stride. It transfers the work from your stiff, overused hip flexors to your powerful glutes. Try this mental cue. Imagine you are pushing a wagon behind you with your back leg. The weight of your body shifts perfectly. When you push, you transition from a shuffle, where your foot is always underneath you, to a cock, glide, where your body travels efficiently over your grounded foot. This technique is effective, but what if you use a cane or have pain? The protocol must adapt. If you use a cane, remember that the cane is an extension of your arm, maintaining that critical cross pattern. If you move your left foot, the cane should be held in your right hand. Do not drag the cane. Use it as a brief, gentle contact point for balance, not as a major load-bearing crutch that compromises your posture. If you experience specific joint pain, particularly in the knees, focus entirely on the cadence and the short, soft steps. Pain is a signal. It tells you the impact is too high. Slow down slightly. Focus on landing softly and drastically increase your step rate. A softer foot strike may significantly reduce knee irritation. Always consult your doctor or physical therapist if pain persists. We are offering movement concepts, not medical prescriptions. What about shoes? You do not need expensive, heavily padded running shoes. In fact, many seniors rely too much on thick padding, which dulls the sensory feedback from the ground. Your foot cannot feel the ground, so it lands harder. Look for a stable shoe that is flexible in the toe box, allowing you to execute that powerful push-off. Avoid rigid, chunky soles that prevent natural foot movement. Comfort is key, but stability and flexibility matter more than cushioning. To wrap this up, let's simplify the full protocol into 3 actions you can take on your very next walk. First, prime the engine. Time. Before you leave the house, do 5 hip bridges to activate those glutes. Feel the connection. Remind your muscles that they are working today. Second, lift your gaze. Focus on the horizon. Walk tall. Sternum slightly lifted. Let your arms swing loosely to initiate the core rotation. Do not look down. Trust your feet. Third, push the world away. Focus. 90% of your effort on pushing off the ground with your back foot. Concentrate on making that final toe off powerful and deliberate. This is the difference between shuffling and gliding. Implement these 3 biomechanical tweaks, and the stiffness will begin to dissipate. Your walks will require less effort and deliver far better results. You will feel taller, lighter, and more energized, not more stiff. This is what aging wisely looks like, making small, informed adjustments that yield huge returns in vitality and independence. Like this video if you learned something new about your body and your walking mechanics today. Share it with someone who complains about stiff hips. The best investment you can make is in understanding how your body moves. Take one walk today and focus only on the push-off. You have spent years walking. Now it is time to walk wisely.